Hey folks, how's everybody doing? Monday morning here, 11 a.m. And these are a few of the packages that I have been patiently waiting for. A few of them have landed and they came in. Now I'm not going to be able to. I have a couple of mail calls here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all in once. I'll go through them as I get the time. Um, but today, excuse me, coming down with a bad cold. I apologize. Um, Today, we're going to concentrate on this particular video, and it's coming way of um, Tom from Knife Delights. Now, he also has another channel, which is also very good, and you can learn a lot of stuff. It's called History Delights, and he really goes into the history of knives and the whole gamut. So if I would highly encourage anybody that's learning about knives or interested about the history on knives, check out Tom. His channel is History Delights right there. And he has a YouTube channel too, Knife Delights. I'm sure many people know of Tom. I just have to mention it in case there's any newcomers. I apologize, guys. I was going to hold off on this video for a day, but I got so many things that's got to get done. I just can't hold off. But anyway, so this comes away from Tom from Knife Delights. Now, the story goes, Tom and I were very good friends. A couple of us in the community back quite a little while ago, we were all pretty good friends. And for one reason or another, everybody seemed to spread out and kind of life gets in the way and things happen, okay? And you fall out of contact with certain individuals, although, it's an excuse. Maybe you don't want to fall out of contact with these people, but it does. It's so many people that you try and stay in contact with. It's just very difficult, is what I'm saying. And Tom and I don't want to say stopped talking, but we just, again, things get in the way, and we just slowed down our talking a little bit. And I haven't talked to Tom in a little while. So I heard a little while back, and it's so unfortunate, that Tom's wife fell ill. And me saying that, please, if you can say a prayer for Tom's wife, it will be well appreciated. I'm not going to say what's wrong with her, but it's pretty significant, and prayers would really be well appreciated. So I found out about this, and I reached out to Tom. And ever since then, it took, unfortunately, it took something pretty bad to happen to get us back into contact again. And we've been talking pretty frequently ever since his wife got ill, on the phone, and we've been conversating back and forth, and so we got friendly again, Tom and I. So Tom called me up one day and asked me, he says, "Hey, Pete." Now, I don't proclaim to be no professional knife sharpener, by no means, and I am not. I just know how to put a good edge on a knife, which anybody in the hobby should be able to do. And if you don't know how to put an edge on a knife, you gotta learn. That's just the point of it. So, long story short, back then, Tom did a video, and I think he was sending his knives to people because he wasn't really a proficient sharpener, and he really didn't know how to sharpen knives. I think he knew how to sharpen knives because he surprised me in the video he wind up doing later on, and he did it fantastically. But anyway, he was saying how he's not a good sharpener, and he don't really know how to sharpen knives, and he don't like sharpening. So I came back at him and said, Tom, you need to know. I tried explaining all this to him, and we got on this big thing, and I showed him how to sharpen a knife back then, and it was a whole thing. So he reached out to me just recently, called me up on the phone, and he says, hey, Pete, he says, if I send you a knife and I do a cleanup on it, which this is the knife right here, it's an Imperial, we're going to show it, nice little knife here. Would you sharpen it and give it away on your channel? I said, sure, absolutely I will. So this is how it all became, So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to sharpen this knife for you guys, and we're going to give this knife away. But before I get any further into this knife, I just want to show you, it's an Imperial Ireland, okay? And it's a Dux Unlimited, okay? So we're going to put a nice edge on this. It's going to become a good user for someone. He wants me to give it away. He did the cleanup on this, and I saw what it looked like, so it looks fantastic now. And it's just a good little user. You can see right there, Imperial, all the good stuff. So Tom couldn't stop there. He sent me a few things along. He sent me a bag of Werthers, and I love these candies. I can eat these little caramel things all day and night, and that's dangerous because I'll kill that whole bag. Tom, thank you so much, buddy. I couldn't thank you more. So he sent me that. He sent me a nice note, which we're not going to read right this second. He sent me a notepad, which I need a little notepad like this for writing things down, little notes that I put my giveaways. I mean, not my giveaways, my things that I send to people. And sometimes I don't need a whole piece of paper to write. Just, this is fantastic, these little notebooks. So he sent me that. And check this out. I love these little containers. These little containers are fantastic to put numerous things in. He sent me a whole goodie kit. He sent me a whole goodie kit. He sent me the Band-Aids. He hooked me up with advanced healing Vaseline for your hands and all that good stuff, which I'm going to use this. I looked at this right away. I was like, oh, I need this. He sent me good stuff for my lips. He's keeping my lips all healthy. So he sent me that. He sent me the Band-Aids. He sent me a little frog. Check out the little frog. I got to put him on my desk. Cool little frog. What else did he send me here? He sent me wiping pads for the cleaning your knives. He loves to use these. He's high on these little cloths here. He sent me anti-fog things for my glasses, which I use constantly. I'm always wiping my glasses. Alcohol prep pads, wet ones. He sent me, look, a little keychain Victorinox, Aerospace and Defense. That's a cool one there. That's a cool one there. I appreciate this, Tom. I really do. It will go with my collection of all my little Victorinox pieces. I've got quite a few of these that I collect. Every time I see one with a name on it or a branding, I pick it up. I never let these go. If I'm anywhere out or anywhere, I always pick one of these up. And it's just cool. It's got the name. I've got many of these with different names on them. This one, again, is Aerospace and Defense. Just a very cool little, if you have never bought one of these, it comes with the scissors. It comes with a little blade. It comes with a file. They're awesome. They're fantastic. So Tom, he hooked me up with a whole little tray of stuff here to keep me going. And I appreciate that. I will use this, this container. It's an awesome little container. Couldn't thank you enough, Tom. You know, that's just what you do, buddy. That's just who you are, bud. But now, after saying all that, so I hope you are sticking with me here on this. I'm going to throw in a little something. I'm going to give away this unopened Ozark Trail access lock folding knife. I've got a couple of these that I was gonna that I have for giveaways. I really don't do giveaways, guys. I just don't. I just if I have a person that's on my mind, I send that person a little something. That's how I do what I do. You know what I mean? Because giveaways, it seems like everybody, you see a giveaway and everybody wants to jump in. And for the most part, you don't even know the guy from Adam that wins it. He's just out there floating around and you know, but that's okay. You know what I mean? That's fine. Everybody deserves a knife or something. You know what I mean? That's fine. But that's just not the way I do it. If, like I said, if I got somebody on my heart, or somebody in the community that I want to send something to, I just simply send a knife out. I've sent many. So, and that's just the way I enjoy doing it, you know. But anyway, I'm going to put this in here with the giveaway too. Excellent, excellent little, everybody knows about these knives, these Ozark Trail knives. You can't beat them. You just can't beat them. And it's a good little knife to tote around with you. And you just can't go wrong with them. I highly, I swear by these knives, these Ozark Trail slide locks, or whatever you want to call them. But they're good knives. So we're going to put that in there. And we're going to get sharpening on this little knife here and see what we can do. Now, I could, over the years, again, I have accumulated many, many sharpening tools. Okay, different stones, different, you name it. Over the years, I've accumulated it. Now, I am going to use this, the Work Sharp Field Sharpener. And I want everybody to watch how I sharpen this knife and hopefully get a nice edge on it. We're going to use this Work Sharp Field Sharpener. I'm going to show you how to use it, okay? Because it's important. I was also thinking, you know, the holidays are here. This is a $35 knife. People that are learning how to sharpen a knife, this is the one you want to get because it has your angles here. It gives you the 20-degree guide angle here. And it shows you, and I'm going to show you how to use, how to go through the progression of the coarse diamond stone, then we'll go to the fine, then we'll go to the rod, the diamond rod, the rod, and then we'll go to the strop. Okay, comes with a strop, and then we'll see where we're at with it. It should not take very long to put an edge on this knife because I'm thinking that the steel is probably not real. You know, it's not one of those steels that you're going to have to really break out, you know, all kind of stuff. It should take an edge relatively quick. So we're going to get at it and let's just mess around. And then at the end, I'm going to have you guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to have you guys pick a number, just leave a number, and in 2 days, what's today, Monday? Just give it 2 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll come back on here and I'll look at, I'm going to fold up. Let me do something. Let me do something now real quick. I'm going to write my number. I'm just going to write my number just so you guys know. And I'm going to fold it. Let me see. What number do I want? All right. There it is. This is my number I just wrote down. It's going to stay on my table here until Wednesday. Today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's folded up here. It's going to stay right there until Wednesday, guys. And when I come back on here on Wednesday, I'm going to tell you to pick a number from, let's see, do 1 in 500. We'll do 1 in 500. The one closest to this number is going to win it, okay? And of course, a tie, we'll do it over again. We'll pick another number and do the whole process over again. But I got my number here already picked. We'll do 1 in 500 at the end of this video. Just all you got to do is just put a number in there, what your number is from 1 in 500, and I'll come back and look at this Wednesday and see who's the closest, and we'll do the giveaway. But we're going to start with the course. This is the course, okay? Now, what you do, you can see your angle there. They give you the angle, right? Now, what you want to do is you want to place, it's hard to work around this camera. You want to place this right there, and you just simply, now you got your angle, now you're holding it, now you just want to come across. Do 5 on each side. Then you just want to place it there. Let's see what I'm doing here. And go back across 5 times. And I'm telling you, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. That's pretty, I want to go to the fine side. Now we're going to use the fine side. So your angle is there, see? You placed it. Your angle is there. Four, 5. Let's do this side. 1. Lock out your wrist. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep feeling your edge. Yeah, I'm already getting it there. I'm already getting something. I'm already getting it. Now, for the sake of this video not being all that long, now I don't edit and all that stuff, right? So I'm showing you how to do this without me, like I said, breaking out all the stones and taking 3 hours to sharpen a knife. And I don't think it needs it. But let's go to now you will always want to use your rods. Now, if the angle's here again, see it? The angle? See the angle? Just place that knife. Now your angle is there. This is a $35 tool, guys. Now do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's getting there already. See? And I'm not even done the progressions, and I only did 5 on each thing. I didn't even do, normally I'll do 10 and see where I'm at. Now, in me doing this next final step is the most important thing that you can do when sharpening your knife. If you don't do this step, you have only took your knife so far. You didn't complete the sharpening process. And that is to strop. That is to strop your knife at the end. That's what really makes it keen. That's what does it. Okay? Now I just wanted to show you guys all this, but I could have probably skipped right there. I could have probably got an edge on it with this rod. I'll bet you if I took enough time, I could have got an edge on this with the rod and stropping it. So let's see where we're at with the strop. Now this is where it's going to count. Now you place it here. Okay. Now this is the only one that doesn't have the angle. Put it flat on your strop. Put it flat on your strop. Raise up. You can feel it when it raises up on that edge, right? You can feel it. Lock your hand and your wrist in and come right across it. Do it 5 times. Right across it. 2. There's 3. 4. Trying to keep in frame. 5. Now you want to go back the other way. 1. Do it nice and slow. Easy. Don't put a lot of pressure when you're stropping. 2. 3. 4. 5. That's what you want. That's what's going to make your knife sharp, is the strop. Guys, that is so sharp right now. I couldn't even tell you how sharp it took. That took that little bit, and this thing, I'm going to show you. Now, let's do a paper test. I normally don't do paper tests, but let's try it. That is popping sharp. You know something, now that I have this paper out, somebody emailed me and wanted me to give them a shout out, and it would be well appreciated. And it was Victor Blades. Victor Blades. Shout out to Victor Blades. Hope you're doing well, buddy. But look at this edge. That's me in the paper. Let me find a good. Guys, that is about as sharp as I can get it. I mean, and that's just doing very, very, very little work. That is doing very little work. You saw how long that took me. That didn't take no time to put an edge on that knife. And whoever gets this, please do a video on this and tell me how sharp that edge is on that blade. That's all it took. That's all it took. All you got to do is you start out on the coarse side, do like 5 or depending on how dull it is and all that other stuff. Normally I'll do like 10. I'll do 10 on the fine side. I'll do 10 on the rod, 10 swipes on the rod. I'll finish with 10 swipes on the strop. And if it needs more, repeat the cycle, okay? If it's not sharp, go back over it again. Normally, I use this. This is pretty coarse. But I would start out, it's not saying you start out with it, but you can start out with the fine and then go to the rod and then the strop. Depending on, if your blade is really, really dull, then you want to use this, you know, because you could see them diamonds will cut fast. That will cut. That will cut. But anyway, I got my folded up piece of paper here. 1 to 500, guys. Drop a number at the end of this video, and we'll give away a couple of cool knives. We're going to give away this and this. Isn't that cool? And this is from Tom from Knife Delights. Highly would appreciate if you could go over, give Tom a subscription if you don't know of Tom, and a lot of people know Tom, but check his channel out. It would be greatly appreciated. And Tom, I appreciate you including me in this, buddy. I really do. It means a lot, man. I miss you, and I'm glad we're back in contact again. And I really, I hope your wife is doing a little better. I pray for her, and I hope she's doing a little bit better. I know she's in a pretty bad situation right now, and I know you're working right now, and you got a lot on you. And I think about you often. I think about you often, buddy. So for you to do this, with everything you have going on, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you, Tom. And thinking of me to do it. But guys, we're going to let you get down the road. Now listen, this is a great tool. You don't even have to be a professional. It's a $35 knife sharpener that's you can put an edge on a knife if you take your time. Your angles are right here. You can see 20 degree. You just put it right there and go right across. It's no thinking. You don't have to think. So if you're not so proficient in sharpening, start out with this. Learn on this. This is going to give you your angles and stuff. This is going to teach you. And then you can go, hold on, guys. Let me get something here. And then you can go to this, okay? This is just a 600 grit DMT, and it's an all-around good stone. 600 grit is just for general purpose, and this is really all I use. This is great. And then I strop. Everything you do when you're sharpening stuff, always strop at the end. You never want to forget stropping. Never, ever. But this is what I use most of the time. If I need to sharpen something, because a lot of guys, I mean, this is a hobby for some people. People could spend hours on sharpening. That's just not my thing. But a lot of people, they're into it. And they could spend hours and hours and hours on sharpening. But hey, that's all well and good. And they can put some edges on some knives. I mean, them mirror polish edges, and I mean all that stuff. But for the most part, the basic guy that just wants to put an edge on his knife, a good edge, all you need is this right here. And I'll take it, and this strop. This is the best strop that you can ever buy yourself. And you can get it right there, Knives Plus. It's called the Strop Block. See? It says sharpen like a pro, even if you're not. This here, my friends, is one of the best strops your money can buy. And it's cheap. Again, Knives Plus. You can only get this at Knives Plus. And it's called the Strop Block. It comes preloaded. It comes with everything you need. It's already got the green compound on it. That nice, they give you a nice piece of leather on it. A nice block, heavy duty block. And you are ready to go. This is what I use right here. That's what I use. That's all you need. That's all you need. Now, I've got so many things that I've accumulated over the years. But I'm just saying, when I need to sharpen my knives, this is what I break out right here. I'm done in like 5 minutes. I could put an edge on my knives in like 5 minutes. That's it. Guys, I hope that you are having a fantastic day. That's sharp. It's very sharp. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Drop me a comment if all possible. Give Tom a subscription. Go over and check Tom from Knife Delights out. And drop me that number in the comments. And I'll get these 2 knives out to you. Drop me a comment, guys. Be good, be well, be safe. Wednesday, we'll do the, we'll come back on and I'll check the numbers. And here it is right here. It's not going to move. This is going to stay here until Wednesday. There's my number. Guys, stay well. Take care.